Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Glissade Large LED Pendant. This is the 1375/86. Let's get into details on it. Let's talk about the size of the fixture body itself. That's going to be independent of those cables that it's hanging from. It's coming in at 6.9 inches tall, 4.1 inches deep, and then the length left to right is coming in at 43.5. That's a perfect size for a lot of dining room tables. 72-inch, 84-inch. You could probably make this work with a 96-inch table. The other thing, it's also great for kitchen islands for lots of different reasons, and we'll get into that in just a little bit too. Okay, let's get into overall height. Now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, and you're going to have a range available. At its shortest, it can be 12 inches, and at its longest, it can be 107 inches. If you need this to be longer than 107 inches, drop me a quick email. So you're looking at the 1375/86 and tell me what you need. So tell me you're looking for 200 inches overall height, 240 inches, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer of what we can do for you. We do customs every day. It just adds a little time and money, and it is free to ask. So this starts off at 12 inches overall height. So this can be a semi-flush if you guys want it to be, and you can walk underneath it. I think it's perfect for that. And perfect for a lot of other applications too. Let's get into the canopy up in the ceiling. So the canopy up in the ceiling is coming in at 10 inches. It's about that thick. It's going to be holding a transformer. A transformer is going to transform your line voltage, which is in your house or your building, into low voltage so it safely goes down through those cables. A couple of things about that is going to be, well, actually, I want to show you drawings first. So if we're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you lots of great things. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together, which is really simple. But it's also going to show you that canopy and inside drawings of the interior of that, how it goes over your standard 4-inch junction box. So take advantage of that if you can. It only weighs 14.4 pounds, so it's not very heavy. There's no weight restriction on this whatsoever. It's also slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. If you're doing that, you're good to go there too. A couple other things about that canopy. So it says choose your menu on that pull-down menu. So that's going to give you the options to have, obviously, all these different finishes from Hubbardton Forge. And on the bottom of that canopy is called a faceplate. That's the flat round piece that's facing down. That's going to be in whichever finish you just chose to go with the rest of the fixture down below. The can part of the canopy, that's the round part that touches the ceiling, is always going to be in black. And then those cables actually go into what are called grippers, and you can see those in the picture next to me. Those grippers basically do what they say, they grip. And you push them in during your installation, get everything where you want it to be down below, and then basically you cut them and attach them and all that stuff. But I just wanted to show you, if you need to back those out before you do any cutting of those cables, you take your thumbnail, you push into that gripper, and it actually unlocks, and you can back those out a little bit. You can't do it all the time, but it's during your installation to get everything level and where you need it to be. Okay, moving on, let's talk about what's going on inside of that for lamping. It's going to be using dedicated LED, 10.8 watts, which is 950 lumens. That's quite a bit of light. It's going to be more than enough light for a dining room table or a kitchen island, places like that. It's also in something that I really like. It's in 3000 Kelvin, and 3000 Kelvin is what we like to use in our showroom. It's this beautiful warm light that basically we use all over the place. 3000 Kelvin is considered warm white. It's almost the same warmth of an incandescent bulb, and that's again something we like to use here. So people talk about LEDs all the time, and they talk about they don't like the bluish white light. Well, that's not what this is. This is that nice warm light. It's also a dimmable fixture. Talk to your installer about that so they have the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's talk about the glass really quick on this. So the glass is absolutely beautiful. If you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they use glass makers from all over the world. This is actually the glass from the sconce, the wall sconce, so you should watch that video too if you get a chance. You might even want to use that with this because it's a great pairing up to do. And that one says it's a bath sconce, but you can actually have it pointing up, and then it will wash the wall beautifully, so it would pair well with this in lots of different places. So anyway, this glass is hand-poured glass. and then they come in and they sprinkle all of this broken glass shards on top. It goes back into a kiln, melts it all down, all the sharp edges are gone, and you just have this beautiful sculptural glass going on. The guy who designed this his name is Andy Mortar. He's a designer at Hubbardton Forge, and he did basically what we all do. He goes out into the woods in the wintertime and kind of looks around and then gets inspiration from that. And the word glissade basically means a skillful glide over ice in a steep descent. So there you go. So that's all about hiking in the woods in the wintertime right here. Beautiful piece of glass, beautiful fixture too. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.